What you're going to witness today are not only strange videos, but I'm going to show you logs whose explanation might seem much more shocking than the log itself. Footage that is explained by impressive stories, and in the next few minutes will give you an experience that will remain in your memory for quite some time. Do you dare watch them? Then stay. My name is Leonore Clay, and this is The Darkest Secret. Today we present 6 horror videos with the most horrifying stories behind them. Number 6. Put as an opening for this investigation corresponds to 2 recordings that alone do not meet the paranormal level to appear in one of my videos, but together they describe a highly unusual phenomenon that is worth analyzing. The first of them comes from a regular subscriber who in her email attached a footage obtained by her husband, who got it from the company where he works. One night, her husband, who works as a security guard, saw how unexpectedly the alarm went off, warning of movement from outside. He immediately went to the booth where the monitors were installed, finding this strange sequence. Watch. The first thing that came to my mind is that someone was doing a prank with a laser pointer. However, then you can see how strangely the light begins to move, becoming bigger and more intense, presenting strange movements and even changing shape. What could it be? A recording just as incredible as the one sent by Dylan Vastiagi, another subscriber who, while looking in his social networks, came across this incredible footage. Watch. In fact, the image seems to be taken from a movie, which right off the bat makes me think of it being staged. However, when you pay attention to the recording, the image does not give any indication of that, because these spotlights are effectively illuminating the path and adding to the fact that to achieve that effect of the lights behind the trees, a lot of work is required, basically at the level of some Hollywood studio. Is it real, or could it be part of a movie? Are we in the presence of a real encounter with an alien spacecraft? Tell me what you think. Number 5. The following clip corresponds to the footage that Lil Star Belt P, a regular subscriber to the channel, captured by chance while testing the image quality of a camera he had recently purchased. The thing is that one afternoon, while doing this task, our subscriber noticed something strange that began to move among the clouds, something that to this day continues to seem inexplicable.
Garbage, excuse you. Garbage doesn't move like that, Mom.
Camera, can I see it?
Oh yeah, I'm getting good detail. Video.
I didn't see it at all.
It's like a capsule.
I know. It's a UFO.
Can I have a present? Sorry I'm shaky. Oh shit.
Despite the fact that it is at a great height, due to its shape, we can quickly rule out that it is an airplane, a helicopter, or even a drone. Well, a dark object is observed that moves voluntarily and uniformly, as if it were being controlled by something. Indeed, it could have been a balloon, or even an atmospheric one. However, there is something that breaks this hypothesis, and that is that later, before the recording is cut off, the object advances at a speed impossible for all terrestrial technology. Could it be CGI? Let me know what you think. Number 4. The video you're gonna watch now is another real video that will probably make you shudder as much as it did me. You see, Ivan Moya is the subscriber who from Buenos Aires, Argentina, decided to contact us to review a strange episode that he caught on camera while he was with his son. The footage that you now see on the screen was recorded in order to share it with their relatives via WhatsApp, being those who realized something that, according to Ivan, was extremely terrifying. Please pay attention and tell me if you notice it too. Did you see it? Did you see what appears practically attached to the child? Although the resolution of this footage is not the best, some sort of dark being can clearly be seen behind the pillow. Our subscriber says that it is not a stuffed toy or anything that was under there. It immediately occurred to me that perhaps it could be an animal, a cat, but he assures me that he has no pets at home. Besides, if it were a cat, the child would be practically leaning on top of it, putting all his weight on it, something that the cat would not allow and would move away. So what is that creature that seems to be staring at the camera? For me, since I have been working on this for years and investigating these types of phenomena, I can tell you that perhaps the answer lies in the occult. According to comments, many minor demons have a habit of attaching to children. This is a way to steal positive energies to somehow transform them into negative ones. Energies that not only affect the mood of the minor, but also as a consequence, affects the entire family. More than enough reason for Ivan to feel extremely worried. Now, as a skeptic of the paranormal, it's easy to assume that Ivan is lying to us, and that it is actually a cat. The problem with this is the frustration that people get when the only argument to deny an occurrence like that is something that you know is impossible. Imagine for a moment that you didn't have any animals and you caught that. It would surely be something that would leave you wondering. Number 3. In this position, we find ourselves with an almost imperceptible, but at the same time disturbing, situation that an architect captured with her camera while she was inspecting the interior of an old church. The professional had been hired by the ecclesiastical community, who told her that for some time now the enclosure had been making strange sounds from its foundations, creaking of wood that in all these years they have never heard. This being the reason she was doing a preliminary inspection to the place. It was in that context that she recorded what you will see below. I ask you to pay attention and tell me what strange things are happening here. Watch. At first, nothing strange can be noticed. However, just by putting on a light effect, you realize how close it was to something completely terrifying. What is that between the curtains and the altar? A dark figure that appears to be hidden from the camera. Although if you look closely, it was not just one pair of eyes, but several blinking glances that can be seen in this short clip. Intimidating eyes that stand out in the dark. Are these beings the one that are actually causing those noises that the clerics speak of? Is it possible that that church stopped being a place of God? Tell me what you think. Number 2. What lies in position number 2 is not a paranormal phenomena in itself, but rather extra evidence of the so-called failures in reality. You see, from Guatemala, Edgar Samayoa, a faithful subscriber, wrote to my email, recounting the incredible situation he experienced when he was on his way to work. He says that one day he left early in the morning to avoid a traffic jam, at which time, unexpectedly, something suddenly appeared in the middle of the road. It appeared to be a piece of wood that had fallen from the vehicle in front. Since he didn't run into it, he continued his journey until he got to work, where he decided to watch the video again to show how the stick came loose. It was at that moment that, surprised, he realized that he had apparently witnessed a failure in reality. It was a piece of wood that suddenly appeared in the middle of the road. Pay attention. It seems to fall from the sky, and what's more, it seems to simply materialize a few meters above the ground. Our subscribers still can't explain how it got there, because if you look closely, it doesn't seem to have fallen from the vehicle that is in front. Nor does it seem to have fallen as a result of the detachment of a tree branch. The object just appears out of nowhere. How can you explain something like that? Although he cannot verify it for sure, our subscriber thinks he has witnessed a failure in reality. Do you agree with him? Is there any other explanation? Leave it in the comments. Number 1. We conclude this investigation with 2 extremely disturbing recordings, in which the first will serve as an example to clarify some doubts that you have sent me. Recently, a disturbing video recorded in the first person has been circulating on the network, and where a disturbing sequence is shown that has impacted everyone who dares to watch it. What is it about? See for yourself. There is no doubt that this recording is quite troubling. More when it comes with descriptions such as urban exploration finds a witch inside a cave, a real witch eating a child. This video has circulated on the internet with so many titles that the trace of its original source has been lost, which is why many have even classified it as real. However, and to the disappointment of some, this is nothing more than a scene taken from the horror movie The Taking of Deborah Logan, a recording that although it is not real, we still wanted to incorporate it in case others had the same question. However, what I will show you next has nothing to do with any film editing. A strange footage sent by a subscriber who did not want to reveal his identity, but in his email states that what you will see was captured some time ago while he and a friend were recording towards one of his neighbor's yard, incident in which the device records this.
Esto fue grabado 11 de mayo, 5:34.
Who is that person? Obviously, for our subscriber, it isn't anyone who used to live there. A being with black hair that seems to be swaying before completely disappearing from the image. Is it a misperception? Or are we really in the presence of a paranormal manifestation? Let me know your opinions in the comment box, because this video has come to an end. My name is Leonore Clay, and this was The Darkest Secret.